Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. They get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. Now, they're going to try and buy your treasures off you for cash on the table today.
Well, I do like it, so I'll say £60.
I know you like it.
You know I like it.
Yeah, so I would like some more.
If I don't think the offer's good enough, I'm going to tell you to refuse that and gamble and go to auction in the hope that you will get a little bit more money there. Today the show comes to you from Wrexham in North Wales. There's a fabulous crowd of people here. They are determined to do business. They want to take that money off those dealers and walk through that door with the real deal.
There's a great turnout from the good people of Wrexham, and I think our dealers have their work cut out. Over to David Hackney, where Gerald's certainly hoping for a little less conversation and a little more action.
Being a dealer, we're always seeing things that we haven't seen before, and this is something I haven't seen before, but Gerald, tell me all about this.
Well, in 2002, I went to Memphis for the 25th anniversary of Elvis's death. I went to Gracelands, and when I was in Gracelands, I met a lot of the entourage, known as the Memphis Mafia. And Bernard J. Lansky, I met Bernard J. Lansky. Well, Bernard J. Lansky was he ran a tailor shop in Beale Street. And when Elvis was young, he was a truck driver. Every day he'd stop his truck and he'd stand outside Bernard Lansky's shop. Mm-hmm. So Bernard Lansky one day invited him in because Elvis was so envious of seeing all these guys going in and buying all these expensive clothes. So Elvis said, one of these days I'm going to be famous and I'm going to buy this business off you. And Bernard Lansky said, when you do come famous, don't buy the business off me, just buy your clothes off me.
Sure.
So as Elvis made it over the years and he got more and more famous, he had Bernard Lansky make all his clothes for him. Bernard Lansky designed everything. And this was one of the shirts that he designed for Elvis. Yeah. And I spent a bit of time with Bernard Lansky and he presented me with a shirt. So
marvellous. Yeah, that's how you got it. Terrific. Yeah, nice story.
I met a lot of them there and it was a dream, it really was.
Quality is fantastic, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. It's all lined inside and it's all lame. Yeah. Even the buttons are fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me get some cash out and just try and tempt you. I don't know where I'm going to or not. There's 50, there's £100. How does that sound? Doesn't sound very good, does it?
Not very tempting. Sorry to say.
I think it's wonderful, but I don't know who I'd sell it to. Well, I mean, this is just an incredible shirt.
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ooh, I'm all shook up. I tell you what, you can see the king walking out in that even, can't you? £100, a decent stab at it. I think like the 200 to 300, I think the 300 is perhaps being a bit optimistic, unless Elvis has not left the building. But an amazing thing, will we get some Presley fans there at the sale, all shook up over something like this? Maybe.
Well, I think auction's the place for this, Gerald. I really do. I think, you know, with the cover here signed and everything, I think it's just a really good lot and it's going to cause some attention, I'm sure.
Yeah,
thank you,
well,
Gerald.
if that's the case, that's well we'll.
Thanks very much for ringing.
Thanks very much. Been a pleasure.
It's now or never for the shirt as it goes under the hammer of auctioneer David Brettle.
It's coming up now, a great article, a shirt by Lansky, who produced garments for Elvis Presley. Is it going to sell?
Bids on the book as you'd expect, a lot of interest in this. We're going to start, well, I can tell you that the lowest bid was 50 and then we go catapulting up to 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. 150 bid, 160, 170 is my bid.
It's with the auctioneer at 170. You are below your £200. If he could sell it for that, would you take that? We've crept in at 180. It's a 180 there. Are you going to let that go at 180?
At £180, it will be sold then at 180. Anybody else now? 180. I sell to my left. Anybody on the net? At 180.
£180 has been taken, a buyer on my right here. We have some commission to take off. I make that just over £150, about £153. What have you got to say?
As long as you get the pleasure out of having that shirt, I'm happy.
I can now tell you, Elvis has left the building. The real deal, £153.
Not a bad price. At least it's not being returned to sender, eh, Gerald? We head back into the dealer's den where Karen Delmeni and Beryl are settling into this next deal.
Beryl, I'm
Nice to meet
Karen.
you.
Welcome to show. Lovely to have you on.
Thank you.
And rather cute little items you bought today. Are these family pieces?
They were, yes.
Yeah.
They are.
So where have they come from? They come down the
Originally from Scotland.
Yeah.
They were given to my mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law gave them to me.
Yeah. Do you know very much about them? Have you?
They're French, I think.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
That's about all I know about them, really.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are French. They're after, and looking at me at this side, I can see the name Moreau, which was like a little band of brothers that did this very, very typical, gorgeous Victorian style. The material is spelter, and this finish, because they're often referred to as bronzed. This is a bronzed finish, and spelter really was an alloy design. It's like a poor man's bronze,
Right.
designed to sort of look like bronze, but much more affordable. And we've got some interesting little plaques down here, haven't we? If I can, what is it? Enfant au tambour. So there's
I've
no
idea
guessing.
what that makes.
I think that must be the
means.
drum. And this one, I think, enfant au cymbals, wasn't it? I love them. I can't. Do you know, when things like this come along, I think, oh, how can you part with them? But thank goodness you do, because it gives people like me a chance to buy them. Right, let's get some money on the table then, Beryl. Start off with a flying start, 50 quid. And another 2 20s, so £90, Beryl. I hope you think that's a really fair offer. You do, don't you? I can see it in your face. You think that's a fair
little bit
offer.
more.
Yeah. I love these. I buy and sell them as part of my job, day in, day out. So I'm pretty much clued up on the value of them. At 90 quid, there's a little bit left. I'm going to put another tenner down, and that's my bid, 100 quid. And I bet going on in your head, you're thinking, I wish David was doing, could give me an opinion, aren't you? And I think that is exactly what's just about to happen now, Beryl. Here he comes. Hello, David.
Right, let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneer say. First of all, a pair of spelter figures. Karen, I think, is in the ideal position to sell these in as much as she is a trader. She moves up and down the country, doing lots of fairs, has got a hand on the pulse of what's happening in the trade, and I feel currently knows the price of goods just to a few pounds. The question is, can we get any more off Karen?
I love these. Everyone knows I love these, and I'm really trying hard to buy them. I can get away with 70 quid at auction sometimes, but they might make 120, in which case you get back to 100.
I'm going to say try and get another 20 quid, but if you can't, you're faced with this choice. Shall I gamble and go to auction? Will they pay more in auction? I'm going to say to you, I can't push you in that direction. I think it's a real gamble, and it's a gamble that may not pay dividends.
Right. Another 20, please.
No, you're not getting another 20.
No. What about 10 then?
10? You'd be happy with another tenner?
I would, yes.
I'm certainly happy with that, Beryl, because I do love them. There you go. And I hope that's a bit more than you were hoping for when you first arrived this morning.
Yes, thank
Brilliant.
you very much.
Great. Thanks
you.
very much for the deal.
Thank you.
Well done, Beryl. Always worth pushing for that extra tenner. I know they say good things come in small packages, but it's hard to even see Alison's next item. Oh, there it is.
What it really is was a very important piece when it was made. It's a vinaigrette.
Yeah, and what was that used for then?
Well, any man about town, in order to get about town, would have had one of these, because the smells of the town were so repugnant that in order for them to get from A to B, they would use this.
That's it.
And inside here would have been a little piece of natural sponge. And they would have put scent or something that would have covered the odours of the street.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm hoping to find here, Anne, is that we do have the same marks. And I can tell you that this piece was made during the reign of Queen Victoria. It was made by Joseph Taylor and John Perry in 1840.
Gosh, I didn't realise it was that old.
So that's rather nice, isn't it? And I can see that the marks are the same on the grill as they are on the main body of the case.
So it is the original grill, yeah.
It is. All right then. Well, I'll get my hot cash out and I'll see if I can tempt it away from you. There's 50. There's 100.
No.
120.
Getting there.
Slowly. 140.
Just before you make your decision, I have to tell you, and you'll be delighted with this, that the independent valuers are saying 80 to 120. I think they are being a little bit modest when you consider the charm of that object. But on the other hand, I do have to say Alison has put down a strong offer. You are right on the money, and perhaps
No, I'm not.
a little bit above it.
I'm £20 over.
Oh, no.
Put
You
it
look
back.
after them. I want you to look after me.
Well, I'm going to say your £20 over is a very shrewd investment, and it probably is worth a little bit more because of the delightful subject matter of the book. I have never seen one like that before. Have you?
Yes.
Oh,
Clever
Alison.
clog. You have seen one. I haven't seen one. It's a nice lot, and I think our dealer has put a sound offer on the table.
Right. You can't go 145, Alison?
No, I should be very happy to have that for 140, and I will find it a very nice little home.
Yeah, well, if you find it a good home, then I think I'll take the 140.
Are you sure? You don't want to take the 120?
No, I would rather not
You'd
take the
rather
120.
Go for my
I'd rather go
We've
140.
got a deal, Anne.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
David, you're easy to remember.
Coming up, things get spicy over with the Davids.
I've got to say, how much do you want? How much do you really, really want? I think when you go to your international fairs, for the modern collector, you would be able to say, you know, hey, and there you'll be with the Spice Girls. And David, you will then become hip.
Will David's offer top the charts? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. Let's spice things up now with a bit of girl power, eh, boys? Or maybe not.
Hi, I'm David.
Hello, David is my name.
David, you're easy to remember.
Oh, indeed.
Are you slightly embarrassed by bringing in a photo of the Spice Girls?
Not at all. Not at all. I think a delightful possession which I want to going to part with for the Royal Castle Lung Cancer Foundation.
And how did you acquire the photograph?
Right, okay. My son was very friendly with Julian Lennon. John Lennon's son went to this party and came here with that, and I thought I can do something with that, and I quietly, while he was looking the other way, put it to one side and so I can use that for a good purpose, and that is to sell it for the Royal Castle Lung Cancer Foundation, which I represent in North Wales.
Right. And do you have any connection at all? Are any of the girls involved in this particular charity?
Yes, we're delighted to say Melanie C. here is
which is Melanie C?
She's over here.
Oh, right.
Over
yeah.
here. There we are, Melanie C. She is very much involved with our fundraising activities in Liverpool. In fact, last year gave a wonderful concert. Delightful girl, and we are lucky to have people like Melanie on board.
It's not intrinsically an antique. It's not the sort of thing that I normally deal in. But photographs of various pop groups do fetch quite a lot of money, and it would probably be good thing for someone to invest in. I'll put some money on the table, shall I?
Please, I'd like you to do that.
But I'm not going to put very much.
Make my journey worthwhile, David.
Well,
do
look,
your best.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put £20 down for each Spice Girl. 20,
right, okay,
40,
yes,
60, 80, £100. Now, I think that's a pretty fair bid for this. But, and I'm not going to give you very much more money.
I've got to say, how much do you want? How much do you really, really want? That, I think, is a very sound, generous offer. I do feel, like David said, there is a collectible there.
Right.
There are lots of people out there that would think, wow, I've got Posh on there, I've got the girls on there, a Spice Girls signed. We know the provenance is good.
Indeed.
And because of that, that makes all the difference, as opposed to something that was rubber stamped or maybe was signed. So I think it's dead right. And I think at £100, I think it's a good buy. I think it's a good offer for the charity, and I would take that. And I think from our dealer's point of view, I think when you go to your international fairs and you sell these wonderful objects of art and objets d'art, then perhaps in the background, for the modern collector, you would be able to say, you know, hey, and there you'll be with the Spice Girls.
Right.
And David, you will then become hip.
Oh, yes.
Wowee. It's wonderful.
So, what do you think of my offer?
I think it's a very sound and fair offer, and I'm going to accept that. On behalf of the foundation, I know they will be delighted, and I'll then inform Melanie C. what we've done today and hope we can then make it to £200.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Well, I wish you the very best of luck with your charity fundraising.
And thank you for your kind offer.
So the two Davids become one as our seller walks away with a very generous sum. Time to pop back to Karen now, where she's been joined by Gerald.
So, what have you bought me?
It's a postcard from 1906.
How do you know it's 1906?
Well, I was told that one.
By who?
At the Antiques Fair.
Ah, it came from an antiques fair, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, how long ago?
6 years.
All right, what grabbed you?
I just like the look of it, yeah.
So here we have Houses of Parliament postcard, 1906, that has been placed in quite a nice surround. The frame actually looks quite modern. So I don't think it was framed that long ago.
No.
Probably about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
that. So let's have a look at the back, because that always tells a story. Actually, it's got quite an interesting little bit there. It says to hold it up to the light, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Yes.
And what happens?
It shines up all the windows and
Does it?
the clouds.
Amazing. Right, I've got a light up there. So, actually it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me what you paid, are you?
No.
No. To me, it's a nice postcard in a modern frame, and I can hear the postcard dealers now screaming at me, saying, how dare you just say that's a nice postcard? Yeah. But, right, £20.
No.
No?
No.
Am I a long way away?
Just
Not too far, am I? This is actually going to be, Gerald, my last bid. I'm sorry, I'm being a real meanie here. £25, because I don't actually see it any more than that. And I don't think it's what you're expecting, is it?
No.
So what are you going to do?
Take it auction.
Don't blame you. Let's hope you do well and have a lovely day with David anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck, Gerald. Let's head straight over to the sale room.
Coming up now, Gerald, is your postcard of the Houses of Parliament. You bought it at an antique fair for 45 quid.
Yeah.
What's it bringing in the room here?
Anyway, there we are. We'll start there. Where are we going to be? 40, 50, 20 or 30, 20 bid. At £20 a bid at £20. £20 I have 25, 30, 5, 35. Sat down. £35 sat here. £35. Anybody else? I'm on £35 bid. At £35 sat down, framed and sold. At £35. Anybody on the net now? £35 sold away. Sat here. Anybody else? 35.
The gambler's just gone down at £35, Gerald.
Yeah.
Now, that's brought a bit of a smile to your
Yeah.
face. It was more than Karen offered, but take away the commission, it's going to leave you with close to £30. Are you satisfied with that?
Yes.
On the day, a little bit more with the gamble at the auction, perhaps not as much as Gerald wanted, but that was the real deal.
I brought a small silver jam pot with a spoon. I've had it for about 8 years, and I'm hoping to get a little bit of money for it today.
Good luck, Margaret. David certainly has a smile on his face. I think he may have taken a shine to your item.
So you've got a very nice little object in here today.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Tell me something about it.
Well, it belonged to my husband's cousin, and she got it from an old lady that she worked for. Now, when my husband's cousin died, we had to clear the house out, and this was amongst some of the items.
Well, you brought it to the right table. It's just my sort of
It's
thing,
pretty,
is this?
isn't it?
It's lovely, yes. Let me just have a look at the hallmark. Well, the sponsor mark is P&B, that's the maker, and then you've got the anchor for Birmingham, the lion for English silver, and an O for 1938. I suppose it was for jam, would you think? It's
Jam
like,
or apple sauce.
It's a little bit like a little jam pot.
Yes, yes.
Jam pan, should I say?
Yes, you're quite right, yes.
So,
or cream, I suppose,
yes,
wouldn't you?
and it's all hallmarked, the silver spoon as well, and it's matching.
And what year is it?
1938.
Oh, it's quite
Birmingham.
old then, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah, it's about 70-odd years old.
Yes, it's... Well, I'd
And
love
it
to
might
buy
as
it
well
off
go.
you, Margaret.
Good.
So I'll get the dosh out and see if we can do some business. Well, I won't mess about, there's £50. Is that a yes?
No.
Oh. Nobody ever says yes straight away.
No.
Well, I do like it, so I'll say £60.
I know you like it.
You know I like it.
Yeah. So I would like some more.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll give. I'd give £70 for it. I think that's a good, sensible bid. What do you think, Margaret?
It is a good bid. You will sell that easily because it's so pretty.
I think you're right.
Yes, I'm
Here's
sure
some
I'm
advice.
Right. Hello, David.
It doesn't seem a lot of money, but I have to tell you that the independent valuers and the auctioneer, they're all in this 40 to 60 kind of range. It seems little money for what is a beautifully executed piece of silver. At £70, you would have to get certainly at least 80, and 15% would be £12, so that's going to bring you down a little bit less than this. You'd need to get £85. I feel because of the marketplace in silver at the moment, as beautiful as it is, I think £70 is realistic in today's marketplace.
Thank you, David.
Margaret, there we are. What do you think?
Could you put just a little bit more?
A little bit?
Yes.
I've got one of these here. Is that a little bit
It's
more?
this blue one, is it?
It's one of those blue ones. Is that a little bit more? You've got to allow me a little tiny bit of
Yes.
profit, you know.
Yeah.
£75. How about that?
I think we have a deal, David.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you very
Very
much.
nice
Thank
of
you
to bring it in today.
Thank
and
you.
Enjoy the money. Margaret,
You're
there we
doing
are.
yourself proud, Margaret. £15 over the top estimate. But with top whack on the table, will David be able to make any money on it?
Well, I'm delighted to buy this little miniature piece of silver here, a little miniature jam pot, a jam pan in silver. It's my sort of thing. It's the sort of thing that's very saleable, very commercial, and it's in super condition, just like we like to buy something. And I've given the money for it, but there's a small profit in it, I'm sure.
Find out later if David's made the right call. Still to come, David's a bit nifty with the 50s.
50, 100, 150.
How much more cash will he be willing to splash?
No, it's worth a little bit more than that.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. It's back to business and a family heirloom is up next for Alison.
So, a water jug
Yep.
with a random tray that doesn't
Tray.
go with it. But
No.
the jug is by Dickinsons, which is a very good Sheffield maker. A nice British company. So how did you come by it?
Well, it belonged to my granddad, who passed away recently last year. And he used to be a stonemason doing drywalls, you know, that you used to see for boundaries.
Yeah. How did he come by it?
He come by because they taken down the church. It used to be in Hightown, which is not far from where we are, and it used to have a lovely steeple, and they just demolished it to build flats, which I think was a disgrace, to be honest. A lovely church.
Right, so it came from a church.
Yeah.
It might be an altar jug then. I thought it was a water jug, but it might be for serving the wine.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Well, let's see if I can tempt it away from you. I noticed it's got a couple of dents here, but I couldn't see anything else. Do you see anything else?
No, it's just a little bit of corrosion there, is it? Just not there.
Oh, right. Yes, I can see that. Okay, cool. It's interesting because it's chrome plated rather than silver plated. So, 20?
That'll be worth more than that.
Would it?
Yeah.
In whose book?
My book.
30 quid.
No.
With its denting and crazing?
Yeah.
So not 30. How about 40?
Put one more of them on.
No, I shan't be putting one more of them on. 40 quid's my offer.
Another fiver.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I'll take it to auction then.
Sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
thanks.
thank you very
Nice
much
to
for
meet you.
bringing it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks.
A bit of a pro at the auction game then, David. We'll soon see. It's over to the Duke.
It's here, it's up for grabs, it's for sale at the moment. £40 was the reserve. Is it going to make that kind of money? You turn down 40, let's see what it brings under the gavel.
We start there at 20, 5, £25 bid, nice jug, 13, £30 bid, £30, £30, ordinary me now at 5, 35, 40, 5, £45 bid, top left, at 45, 50 wet, at 45 top left, ordinary, 50 on the net, 60 is your next bid, Sarah.
It's a little bit more than the 40 you were offered.
£50, nobody else in the room, at £50 on the internet, I'm selling, at £50, last chance for you now. At £50, may I say 60 else I sell, quickly, at 50.
Okay, £50. We have a little bit of commission to take away. I make that just over £42. You turn down 40.
£2.
It was worth a gamble.
Yeah, still the real deal for me.
Still the real deal for you?
Not you as well.
Okay. Dave says it's the real deal. This Dave says, well, that's the way it goes. That is the real deal.
Phew, that was a close call. David goes away happy to have met the Duke. Oh, and not forgetting his extra £2.50. Back at David Tupman's table, John's hoping to cash in his piece of collectible bullion.
Why did you buy a commemorative coin?
Just for posterity, and as a heirloom, as the years go by, and hopefully it increased in value, and maybe later down the line sell it on or pass it down to my kids.
And did you buy it? Was it bought basically at the gold price in '98?
It wasn't. No.
You paid sort of a big premium on top of it, did you?
No, I didn't. I bought it outright, but I didn't realise how much gold prices were going to go up.
Yeah. Oh, and why are you selling it today?
Get a bit of cash for it while gold's high.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have a little look and see what we got. We've got, in its original plastic cover, a gold coin, which is commemorative, 1998, Elizabeth of Guernsey, and it's got on the front here £50. So is that's the legal tender value of it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, so if I give you 50 quid for it, you'll be happy with it?
No, thanks.
I don't think so. So I'm going to put some money on the table. Okay. I'm going to put down on the table 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, £350 on the table.
No, it's worth a little bit more than that.
It is worth a little bit more than that, but if that coin goes to auction, you aren't going to get any more than that.
I'm sure you could put a bit more.
This is my final offer. I'm going to put another £50 on the table. That's £400. I think that leaves me a £30 profit on that particular coin.
Can you not put £10?
No.
Another 10?
No, I'm afraid not. I've got to be hard today. That is my final offer.
OK, you've got a deal.
You
I'll
sure?
say that, yeah.
Thanks very much indeed, John. Thanks for bringing it in.
Thank you.
£1 coin exchange for 8 crisp £50 notes and one happy customer.
It went well, yeah. He was very reasonable. Pleased with what I've got.
And what's still to come? It's party time over with DJ Halkney.
Lovely.
But will there be a deal for the wheels of steel? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Wrexham. As we come to the end of another great day, John has just enough time to sit down and do business with David Halkney.
Well, this is a nice little instrument you've brought in here. Tell me something about it.
We bought it about 35 years ago from a shop in Dunfermline, of watchmakers, clockmakers, a shop called Hudson's. And it's something I'd always fancied.
Yes.
And it cost 8 weeks' wages.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. So I must have had a good week that week. Yeah. And yes, we've had it ever since.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be sad to see this go, won't you?
Yes.
Early hi-fi centre.
Yes.
With the CDs. Quite amazing, and they've got a terrific tone usually, these little musical boxes. And is it in working order?
It is. I'd like to hear it.
I would. Yes, certainly, John.
Let's give it a wind up.
Quite fantastic, isn't it?
Very clever.
Terrific tone as well, lovely. Oh, John, right, I'm going to have to steam on here, aren't I, to try and buy this off you?
Yep.
I'll get me the cash out and see if we can tempt you. Well, John, where do we start? Well, we've got to say £100, haven't we? Which you're going to say no to, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
150. £200.
Well, that's enough for the discs. How else about the machine?
Well, 250. We're getting warmed up now, are we, John?
Slightly warm. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, good.
I like it.
And there are 10 discs.
10 disc seller, yeah. John, I'm going to tell you straight away that's what I'd want to give, £300 for it.
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, I'm getting warmed up here. I'll go to 320 and try and tempt you.
Just before you make a decision on that, John, let me tell you what the independent valuers and auctioneers say. 2 to 250, and the auctioneer is thereabouts the same. I'm going to say I think they're all a little bit on the light side because of those 10 discs. Try for a little bit more, see if David will oblige you, and then make your mind up. It may be worth a gamble.
Oh, John, right, I'm going to have to steam on here, aren't I, to try and buy this off you?
Yep.
I'd give 330, and I think that's enough for me.
It'd have to be a red-faced one.
No, I don't think I want to go 350, no. 340, look, John.
You've got 340.
That's me done. That's a good bid. I've got to earn something. Something.
Put another 10 on and you can have it.
You've met
Make
the
it
right,
a round figure.
You've met the right man here. I'm soft for anything I like. 350, we've had a deal.
Done.
John, thank you very much. You're a hard lad.
You weren't taking no for an answer there, John. David was certainly reluctant to hand over his cash. Well done. In total, our dealers have put down over £1,300 of their own money. But how successful have they been in selling on their goods?
I love them.
It was just the one item for Karen today.
I buy and sell them as part of my job, day in, day out.
Karen knows her game. She marked up the spelter figures and cashed in a tidy profit. Again, it was just the one item for our Alison.
You are right on the money.
Alison managed to track down a buyer for the silver vinaigrette. She came out of this deal smelling of roses by clearing a lovely little profit.
Well, if you find it a good home, then I think I'll take the 140.
Are you sure? You don't want to take the 120?
No, I would rather not take the 120. I'd rather go 140.
We've got a deal, Anne.
Thanks, Alison. Thanks a lot.
Darling. Thank
you.
So this just leaves the two Davids. After paying over the odds...
Well, I do like it, so I'll say £60.
David Hakeney since decided to keep the silver jam pot as he liked it so much. And the good news for Mr Hakeney is that although John pushed him...
It'd have to be a red-faced one.
No, I don't think I want to go 3.
He still managed to clear a reasonable profit for the polyfund.
Lovely.
I'm going to put down on the table 50.
It wasn't David Tupman's day today.
150.
After scrapping the gold coin, he realised that he was actually out of pocket.
I think that leaves me a £30 profit on that particular coin.
Dear, oh dear, David, maybe maths isn't one of your strong points. So, has he clawed anything back with the Spice Girls autographs? It's a resounding zig-a-zig-art no, as it's currently hanging in his downstairs toilet. Although hats off to Mr Tupman after his spicy offer, our seller has since headed back to his charity £100 better off. That's the real deal.
We've had a great day. There's been bags of action, lots of buying and lots of selling. That's the way I like it. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you.